that's showing here for you. Oof. I know. I didn't even know this card was in this deck. I swear. I didn't even know this was here. Unhealthy love. Unhealthy love. Love yourself enough to know that you deserve more than the bare minimum. Let me say it again, because I've said this before, that I believe the first card is something that you are experiencing, which means if you are in a connection or you're having problems with your self-esteem, you're having problems with self-love. Past to the present. Love yourself enough to know that you deserve more than the bare minimum. This could happen in karmic connections or harmful behaviors, Virgo. Some of you are experiencing, like I said before, a lack of self-worth, a lack of a lack of self-esteem, no confidence in yourself, maybe experiencing this problems with having pride and feeling secure. Let's go ahead. Let's get the next card. Spirit is waking up this morning, waking us up this morning, spanking ass. Virgo, let's get it. Next card, mechanical self. Undo the many layers of conditioning and restore your original essence. Undo the many layers of that self-doubt, of that belief that you've been holding in your head about what you will and won't get, other people's opinions, conditioning you. Okay? Because remember, a mechanical self talks about changing you, but robotic. Where's the human inside? It's an unconscious thing. It is something that you have been routinely doing or doing to yourself. Now, you should have a routine, but not this one. There's a habitual bad habit here, habitual patterns. I'm also seeing that this is almost like this week, something is happening with you where the universe is exposing your weaknesses, your wounds, your blind spots. Let's go ahead. Let's get the next one here for Virgo. This is where you've been. I really do feel that way. Here with spirituality, your spiritual life is shifting, and what worked in the past will no longer resonate. Your spiritual life is changing. This is about your faith. Remember, we talked about that with your belief system. This sometimes deals with the spirit world. It deals with the deeper things. Something is changing within you about your spirituality. Is it deepening? Is it weakening? We'll see. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Virgo. Sweet spot. Good things will continue to happen because you're in the right place at the right time. This is at the ending of your reading. And what does this mean? A sense of ease. You having the advantage or favorable conditions. And can you believe at the bottom of the deck, what came out was the Wheel of Fortune that says, yes, this is destined to occur. This is fated to happen. You are completing these bad cycles. And there is going to be a turning point for you. That is what this is saying. Sweet spot. I have already told you guys right here with this whole unhealthy love. I have already told you that for a lot of you, this is the history of what you've been experiencing. This is your past. You are still affected by the unhealthy love you've already experienced. That's an event that most likely have already occurred. Whether it was from the unhealthy love that your parent has given you, a lover has given you, friendships, right? That has already happened, but how has it affected you? See, something about what you've been experiencing has turned you into something else. That's what the mechanical energy is really there, right? You're a machine, you're a robot. You're like, but no, I'm not. It's something that you're doing, habits, patterns, and it's telling you, especially in relationships, as far as romantic relationships, why you've been experiencing this, because it's just like usually a human is they try to make sense. But see, but for you, it's like you can't get out of that automated system. Like, you know, this isn't working, but you're trying to make it work because machines, what do? They work, they try to make things work. Okay. So there's a change within yourself, and it's going to happen with your spirituality. It needs to get you out of this energy here. Right here, this is too much. Unhealthy love, not loving yourself, feeling like no one loves you, feeling like is there a place for you? Okay, that has caused this very cold mechanical energy. Spirituality is going to have to change in some type of way. Your belief about yourself, something has to change, and it will change, because then you had the sweet spot coming out with the destined to occur. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get your money, and we're going to clarify all of this. But let's get your money cards really quickly. This is for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. Some of you, this came out. These are not going to be cards that I'm going to use, but some of you, your health is going to be okay. There's improvement on your health here. There's some issues that's being resolved, that's being healed. Okay. You're going to be fully energized. Maybe you're in the healthcare business, or you're in the healing work. Okay. Let's get it. This is for Virgo. Let me see what else I can get out here for Virgo. Oh, wow. You guys got cars falling everywhere. You got gift. Yeah, I do see that this is most likely for a lot of Virgos. I'm not saying all, but I know it's so many Virgos that's in the healing work from what I've seen, or they have Virgo in their chart. Okay. This is also letting me know that someone can give you money because it's a gift. Someone could be gifting you something here. You got unreliable, unfulfilled. Money manager is really good. You have denial, and then artist. So this could be you starting your own business. This could be something that you do, could be online. You can have your own shop or something like that, where your money can come in that way. Okay, that's what I see with the artist. See, I want to tell you how these cards are talking, because you guys have the unfulfilled and unreliable. See, these are people who have been in your life, and for some of you still in your life. But I got to be real. Like, I'm not gonna say something that's going to make people feel good. It's about people who are unreliable in your life. There is some confusion regarding your money. There are people that are around that are saying, making promises that they're not keeping. And sometimes that happens even with contracts. Someone comes in and you need them to fix something in your house, and they don't even fix it the right way, or they don't even come back at all. So that does happen, right? Dealing with people who are unreliable in business affairs. But there's also this emotional attachment to something, to a person. This could be, like I said, patterns with drinking or something like that because of unfulfillment. And some of you are in denial of that. Now, you did have money manager. That's an actual money card. It says this card indicates that your career or finances will take a giant leap forward. We're, of course, going to see that in the tarot. So this can happen through your own creation because artists came out, or this can happen through a gift. This could be bonuses or something like that. Let's go ahead. Let's get one more here for Virgo. This is for Virgo. You have business. Do not be intimidated to go into the business world. You got this. This is talking about elevating your awareness. And, basically, especially if you have your own business, things are going to change or something that you have to be made aware of. Remember, I don't know if I used the word exposed before, but there's going to be something that the universe is going to make you aware of, let you know. It's something about awareness that's huge in your reading, because I saw that with the whole mechanical self, where there's awareness or something that you need to see that, and then you're going to be able to change your way here. Teacher and goals. So it says, make sure you have time to write down your goals and affirmations and speak your affirmations here with this teaching energy. This is talking about you being able to motivate other people. You have the ability to motivate. And it says you've also learned how to do better, or you will be learning how to spend your money. Okay. Some of you guys are in the teaching field, or again, like I said before, this is something that you guys want to be teaching other people. Okay. Depending on what this artist and energy is. Let's do it. We're going to start with this whole unhealthy love. This is for Virgo. Let's see. Virgo, unhealthy love. Okay. You guys had the Two of Swords and you had the Four of Wands. This is not going to be for everybody. Just going to tell you. Four of Wands is making me believe that some of you guys are living in the house with someone. That, again, remember, unhealthy love doesn't have to come from a romantic partner. This can come through your family. Remember, fourth house is always family of some sort. Could be a lover, but it's people who are closest to you. And this is where the unhealthiness has been coming from, the instability, unstable energy, unreliable. We saw that earlier, dealing with people who you feel should be reliable, but they have been unreliable, irresponsible, lazy, risky. Okay, that is what this whole Four of Wands is basically saying. And then you have the Two of Swords. So for some of you, it's like you're still there. Remember when I said that you're still in a position where what has been going on is still affecting you, affecting your finances, affecting your emotion, and you have to make a decision about something that's going to drastically change your future in a way. Okay. Two of Swords is, do I move? Do I leave? It's like you're dragging your feet about something because you're unfulfilled, and this could be affecting your health. This could be affecting your money health, your mental health, and all of that. So it's a difficult decision that some of you guys are going to be making in the future pertaining to a home situation. The heart is the home, pertaining to the heart. Okay. Let's see if we can get one more here. Some of you are dealing with people who you cannot trust. There's a 1 minute you can trust them, the next minute you cannot trust them. This could be someone that you're dating. And the Two of Swords is like, now you already know how this story has been for you. Why are you making this harder than what it is? Make a decision to move away from it. But again, you're stuck in some type of habitual habit. Let's see. You got the 9 of Wands in the reverse. This is really good because you got the ten of Wands in the upright. I mean, the 9 of Wands is talking about struggle. So I feel like this is something that you are just ready to give up on. You're ready to give up on someone because they are uncompromising, unwielding. Okay. And I do see something will improve with the 10 of Wands because, again, that is the monkey on your back. That is the problem child. So I feel like the decisions that you're going to be making is going to remove this struggle or this problem. Some of you don't even like where you live. It's like a housing issue for you. Something has been a struggle for real. 10 of Wands, you got the 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is that it will be over pretty soon. Some choices that you've made in the past truly has put you in a place of struggle. Let's get the mechanical self here for Virgo. Mechanical self. I don't like when the cards come out like that, but I'll take it. That'll be an extra one. Move this to the side. One that's coming out here is the Ace of Swords and a Fool card. Whew. I love it. And then you had the Wheel of Fortune. All of these are in the upright, by the way. The Fool card is a new beginning. Okay, truly. I just feel like before, when it talks about patterns that you have been experiencing, it is you experiencing your own folly, right? It's you experiencing what you have allowed or your choices that you've made in the past that you are sitting in. So the mechanical self is like, I need to fix this now. You're not going to be in the same routine that you've been in, right? Remember, this is not habitual for you anymore. It cannot be. The universe is saying you need a new beginning. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get out of this. You need a new beginning. See, you have to fix yourself. Mechanical talks about fixing. Something about you have to fix your mind here. The way that you think with the Ace of Swords. That needs to be fixed. A lot of poor judgment calls. But the Fool card talks about a fresh start and a new beginning, which you will experience because we see it here with the sweet spot. See, that's the clarity. Remember, the 2 of Swords is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this. And the Ace of Swords is like, oh no, you're going to find out. There's going to be an idea. There's going to be a conversation. There's going to be communication. There's going to be clarity that you're going to receive that's going to get you out of here. See, we're talking about a major arcana here with the Fool card. It's not saying what you probably will experience. It's what you will experience. But it's based on your own mind. How you can create this. How can you get yourself out of this situation? And it's going to be clear to you. See, the Wheel of Fortune is the destined energy. What's fated to occur. The turning point, you had it twice. You are fixing something about you, even if it's removing somebody with the Ace of Swords, removing the way that you think. Okay? Let's go ahead. Let's get spirituality. Let's see how the spirituality is playing in Virgo's part here, in Virgo's life. We're going to get some money in a minute. Based on the tarot, we already see with Money Manager that things are going to improve here for you, but I got to see it in the tarot. 3 of Swords in reverse, really good. And you have the Knight of Wands here with the 4 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, not bad. 4 of Swords in the reverse talks about re-entering some type of like the world. I love how on here it says re-entering the world, but really it's a recovery energy. It's like a resting, but it's a recovering from something. Okay. This is burnt out. This is feeling tired. This is exhaustion. And this is healing, whether physically or emotionally. We saw that, right? With here. Now, I don't see sixth house here. I don't see Virgo energy that deals with, physical stuff, but this could be physical. So I see recovery here. Some of you guys could be having problems. I'm not really sure what this could be though. I don't know. It could be joint pain. It could be joint pain because the Knight of Wands talks about movement. So it could be joint pain in some way. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that fell. So the Eight of Swords is like the lack of movement, maybe not feeling as energized. So I definitely see here, there's going to be some circulation problems too that I see that some of you guys could be having, circulation, mental fogginess that I see. Now, like I said, things are going to start moving for you here with the Knight of Wands. The very fact that the Four of Swords is no longer in play because the Four of Swords is reversed, which means if things have been stagnant, then it's going to not be stagnant, right? Because it's the four in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. And you're on a horse, means you're starting to move. You're about to be more driven, okay? And what is happening at this time with this whole spirituality thing? Because spirituality starts with the mind, Ace of Swords. Yes, starts with the mind. Releasing pain, forgiving yourself, forgiving people. Self-love is here on this card, but it also talked about it there. There's no point of you moving anywhere if you're still carrying the same shit that you've been carrying. It's the stench, it's the stink, right? You have to let that go. You have to release that. That could be a person, that could be you. To get you up out of certain types of circumstances. And that's really what's going to happen, especially if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling trapped. Okay. This also talks about victim mentality. Okay. You have to get out of that. I'm not saying that you can't be a victim to certain circumstances. Absolutely. But some of this is self-impeding, right? Because the swords is the mind. It talks about the mind, and that is what you are getting yourself out of, self-imposed. Okay, so the healing here is emotional and spiritual. Okay, in so many ways, so many respects. That's what this is basically saying. Now let's get to the sweet spot, because this is where we've been waiting, right? Because it ended with the wheel, which talks about fated occurrences, a critical point in your life. Let's get it. Sweet spot. This is ease. This is an advantage. This is a favorable season, a favorable time. So let's see what this could be here for Virgo. Sweet spot for Virgo, please. Okay. You got the High Priestess, you have the Page of Wands, and you have the Seven of Cups. Let me get a little bit more. Something dealing with your work, because every time it falls on something, it always ends up falling on something dealing with your job. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. So what came out was the Hierophant, King of Cups, Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, Six of Wands. Let me look at this, please. Well, you already know anything dealing with cups are opportunities, but it's multiple. So it feels like there's different areas in your life that you're going to have an advantage of. Okay. I'm telling you, when I'm hearing the word critical, for a lot of you, it has been bad. Okay, life-altering situations that a lot of you have been experiencing. Life-altering, what does that mean for you? Dealing with money, dealing with health, dealing with love, fourth house, family issues, where you live, that type of thing. Life-altering situations. Okay, so that is what we're talking about. So the Seven of Cups is saying there are many areas in your life that is going to hit. The sweet spot is going to hit. So it's going to create ease. Okay, now that's what you see with the Seven of Cups. All right, that's what you're saying. Now, you also had the first card that I'll say is the High Priestess. High Priestess is almost the same thing as that spirituality card, right? Like, why is this coming out? because there's something about your spirituality that may even still feel mysterious to you. There's this inner voice. I also feel very angelic energy here. There's something divine about this high priestess. Now, the only thing about the high priestess that is in harmony with the rest of the cards is that it's something that you still don't see, and it's not a bad thing. It's about the mystery of how the universe is going to create these opportunities for you, because the Seven of Cups is there. How is the universe going to create these opportunities? How is the universe going to create the ease? But there's no reason for you not to believe it, because she is the divine one, right? So that will happen on the premise of the Six of Wands, which is basically the success. That's the optimism that you're going to receive. Same thing that you see with the Ace of Swords, which talks about a victory energy, overcoming energy, achievement, right? And it's prideful. It's the opposite of what you were feeling before. Remember, before we said, is there any pride in you? Where's the healthy sense of ego? Because you have an unhealthy sense of love for yourself and the way other people have been creating this for you. So now things are changing, even about how you feel about yourself. Okay. So the Six of Wands is making you feel more optimistic about the future, even though you don't necessarily know how it's going to all work with the High Priestess. But a lot of different areas of your life, Seven of Cups, is going to be created with ease. Ease is coming. Okay, with the Six of Wands. Now, you also had the Page of Wands and the King of Cups. This is the part where I kind of feel like love is going to play a role. You see how love really didn't come out too much? It comes out and then it kind of goes back in, because there's too many things in your life right now where that is not the focal point. Okay, it's not been a focal point. In some respects, a little tragic, because if you don't have any stability, then you're really not going to enjoy love, and you probably most likely don't have the funds or the emotional capability to enjoy anything with your money if you are emotionally unstable. So I'll say it this way. I will say the King of Cups to me is more so emotional control. It is emotional stability. There are people who will come in that is more trustworthy. I feel like the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups also talk about that. And people who are supportive. Now, I don't know who that could be. But again, the Seven of Cups talks about opportunities for people to come in here and be a little bit more supportive of you. This could be in different areas of your life. Seven of Cups, love, finances, people that's going to help you in school or something like that. You have that energy. Okay. And it also kind of pulls you up out of this helplessness that you've been feeling. Someone coming in, being a supportive figure. Okay. Now, then the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is like, it's just pretty simple. It just talks about, it's a spark. That's always my spark card, but it has to be other things here that's telling me why you're feeling more so creative or optimistic even. That's another card for optimistic. Well, you had the Fool card, which is a new beginning and a fresh start. And the Ace of Swords is, a defensive energy, a clearing energy, a victory, winning in court. It's all of those things. So these two are kind of hitting each other. I feel like these two has been a problem factor, problem children for you, heartbreak, heartache over love, people being betrayers to you, having problems with health, having problems with money issues, mental, the lack of mental clarity. So that is where you've been. Okay. And this is just what it is. And the sweet spot is also doing what? It is taking away this unfulfillment. Now, you had this shit twice, y'all. You had it twice. This is unfulfillment, hands down. This is like the first thing that you learn when you're doing tarot, outside of the other stuff that you can see with the Eight of Cups. So the sweet spot is easing that. Remember, it's an emotional card anyway. If we're talking about Seven of Cups, even if we just talk about the Seven of Cups, it is emotional energy. This is what it is alleviating. That's the ease that you guys are getting. Now I see why the King of Cups is there. It really is bringing you emotional stability. Okay, I'm not saying wiry. I'm saying emotional instability that you were experiencing with that four of Wands. So that's the ease that a lot of you are going to be experiencing here. Now, before I finish, I want to kind of talk about this one last card, because I do believe that you guys have been dealing with people who've been unreliable, like we said before. But this is the thing right here. See, I don't know if you guys thought I was going to round back to this, because the unhealthy love has been the reason why you've been in so many predicaments. And this is not like bashing you or victim blaming. Okay, it's not that. But listen to what this says. Perhaps you were, or you are. You were, you are, you have been insisting that reality be something other that it is not. What are you refusing to see? And part of the denial energy also talks about putting on a false front with yourself and other people. People have no idea what the hell you're experiencing. They don't know what you're going through, right? Because you refuse to ask for help. You refuse to open up, right? So what is life teaching you at this point, okay? So it says it's time to remove the mask. You need to worry about yourself. You need to worry about your money. If you're in a love situation, stop pretending that you want to be there if you don't. This will come to its head. Okay, you laying next to somebody you can't stand, or you're dealing in friendships with people, you know, because you feel like they can help you, but you can't stand them in some kind of way. Like the front has to be. Some of y'all are living in a lie and not living in the truth, and so part of this denial energy to me is also creating this unfulfilled energy as well. Okay, so oh no, they are definitely making sure they're hitting all the little spots today, but I do see that things are going to be improving for you. Totally. Okay. So this is the reason why the 9 of Wands is in reverse. That means that you guys, that tired, exhaustion energy, that's going to be alleviated as well. Well, this is what I have for you here, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below. I will see you guys back